story, blaming the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka for spreading some falsehood. From who, by who? We followed this story, we saw Lee funeral home surrounded, and people are speculating. A statement comes through in Rigathi Gachagua. Then they go to Kambani, and what Gachagua said, if you have that clip, he said, we wish him well. But you can't come and put us in your stories about ill health. And he said, Kalonzo is not a virus, I think a bacteria or a protozoa or something like that, right? Then that ended there. Now, yesterday, instead of ODM concentrating on their problems of Ruo Nyanza, one speak after the other. You know, I watched that clip and I was like, what is happening here? Please, if people are now hallucinating, they have no idea about 2027. They don't know whether to feel the candidate or not, Fred. They are now hallucinating about Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo, about other things. How do you spend a whole meeting called DM at 20 to talk about Rigathi Gachagua, who had not talking about Laida being ill or whatever? You drag his name, he go clarifies in Ukambani, but you still have the time for 2 hours to discuss about Rigathi Gachagua. Please, I want to tell ODM, you made your choices. We don't need you in the official position, by the way. We don't need ODM. We don't need the partnership of Raila Odinga. Let Wanga and Joho, because they are still playing the two politics of we are in government, we are out of government. I can tell you whatever happens, Fred, ODM is on its own. They are going to stick with this government and they are going to go home together. All right. That's the truth of the matter. So this moving here and there and all that. Now, on Mount Kenya, you have had something. The last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when the president was meeting Muranga people, for the first time, he began saying, Murima, Mount Kenya is what killed tribalism in Kenya. Hey, it is coming home slowly. But by the time he was impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, everybody in Mount Kenya was a tribalist. Rigathi Gachagua was a tribalist. But now, that narrative of tribalism never failed, never kicked. It failed on his face. He's now knowing, if I come playing this tribal card on Mount Kenya, it's going to work against me. Slowly he's coming to begin to say, you know, Mount Kenya is what killed tribalism. Because by the time the Mount Kenya was voting President RUTO, he was not a Kikuyu. He was from another community. Now, the second person I've heard talk about him is Sosion here. Oh, you know, Mount Kenya here. You know, it's very non-tribal. Hold on, you have not seen anything yet. When Mount Kenya make a decision, Mount Kenya decided to vote in RUTO on 9th of March during the handshake between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. I can tell you this friend seated here. The day Rigathi Gachagua went home, that is the day Mount Kenya decided RUTO is one term. And nothing will change that. By the way,
Democracy for Citizens Party, DCP, Secretary for Planning and Economic Affairs, Dr. Peter MBAE, has expressed confidence that his party will secure victory in the upcoming Malava by-election. He said the party is fully prepared to face the contest with the same energy and seriousness as a national election, emphasizing that the race carries a great political importance for the party and its supporters. Dr. MBAE explained that the Malava by-election is more than just a local race, describing it as a chance for DCP to restore public trust and demonstrate its growing influence across the country. He noted that the party has built a strong grassroots network and that its work's message of hope and change has been well received by residents in Kakamega County. He called for calm among supporters, saying that there is no need for panic or internal disagreement as party heads into the campaign period. He further clarified that the Democratic Party Action Party of Kenya, DAPK, leader Eugene Wamalwa has not yet made any declaration of withdrawing from the coalition or opposing the DCP's decision to field a candidate. Dr. MBAE said both parties remain part of the broader position alliance but retain the independent when it comes to fielding candidates in by-election. He said the constitution and political agreement allow each party within the coalition to participate in election as long as it serves the interest of their supporters. According to Dr. Peter MBAE, DCP's move to field a candidate in Malava is not meant to undermine the coalition unity, but to strengthen its presence in Western Kenya. He said political competition among friendly parties is healthy and can help test their popularity ahead of future elections. and can help test their popularity in their future election. He explained that the DCP leadership in Kakamega has made the decision after a wide consultation with local leaders, party officials, and community representatives, all of whom agreed that the region deserves to have an active DCP presence. In his remarks, Dr. Mbae dismissed claims that DCP's participation in the Malava race would create tension within the united opposition. He said there is no agreement bidding DCP to step aside for any other party, and all coalition members should focus on promoting democratic competition instead of a political confrontation. He also noted that Eugene Wamalwa, the APK, and Rigathi Gachagwa's former allies had previously supported multi-party participation within alliances, making the current debate unnecessary. The DCP official stated that Malava by-election would be a key political test for the party, and it aims to prove its ability to mobilize voters and deliver tangible results on the ground. He said the campaign team has already been formed, and the regional coordination, ward representative, and youth leaders taking charge of mobilizing effort in the constituency. The party plans to hold community meetings, door-to-door engagement, and public rallies in the coming days to popularize its candidates and manifesto. He said that the DCP will focus its campaign on development issues that directly affect residents, including youth unemployment, agriculture, and healthcare. He emphasized that the party's approach is people-centered and rooted in finding local solutions to local problems. He added that DCP leadership in Kakamega has been keen in listening to people's concern, and the Malava race provides an opportunity to turn those conversations into action. Dr. Mbae said his party's strategy is to earn the trust of voters through honest and consistent engagement, not through political intimidation or allies of convenience. He noted that the DCP message of reintegrity, inclusivity, and accountability resonate strongly with many Kenyans who feel left out by mainstream political parties. He said the Malava by-election will help the party measure how far it comes since its formation and how well it is received at the grassroots level. Responding to critics or criticism from some opposition figures who questioned DCP motives, Dr. Mbae said the party's involvement is based on principles, not rivalry. He said its party adding the cooperation and cooperation can coexist in a democratic settings. He said the people of Malava deserve to choose freely from all available candidates, including those representing smaller parties like DCP. At the same time, some leaders from Kakamega have voiced concerns about the move by DCP to field a candidate. They argued that the decision could disturb efforts to unite the lawyer community under one political umbrella. They said the region have been working toward building consensus around a common leadership and warned that DCP's decision could see an attempt to assert dominance over other political parties.
I can tell you today seated here, we are going to win Marava. That's number one. As official position. Official opposition, okay. Right? That's number one. You know, all these other things, there's what we call Western politics. Issues between Trans Nzoia, Bungoma, and Kakamega, Busia, Vihiga. That one is known. So there's some issues of, you know, trying to find who is more, you know, because Marara, our DPL is arguing that DAPK, the party leader is from Bukusu, the deputy party leader, the chairman, all that. Because maybe they had not thought earlier of expanding beyond Bungoma, Trans Nzoia. And that's a fact. They had not thought. Then ANC exits. Then they think we can expand to Kakamega, Marava, and Kakamega, Vihiga, Busia, and you know the dynamics. So now Marara is coming here saying, who is the chairman, who is the party leader of DCP? He said it from Mount Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua. I'm the deputy party leader of DCP. So he says DCP is closer to Kakamega. That is his argument. I'm just saying what is happening within Western Kenya. Then he's arguing the deputy party leader of DCP is closer to Kakamega because deputy party leader of DCP is from Kakamega. That is his argument. So let that continue. But what I can assure you, talking to where I sit, from the lens of official position, we are going to win Marava. That's the summary. But let not people panic and begin throwing so many words. By the way, I never said the chairman is a junior officer. I only say the chairman of the DAK is not a member or is not a principal who sit among the other principals to discuss very senior things up there. Something is happening. We are not going to lose it. It's important to mention that. And there's no hurry. Let's see what happens now. On the issue of Baringo, let me tell you what will happen. We are aware that they met in Dubai when the president was coming from the US with Gideon Moi. We are aware that the president is keen to have Gideon Moi drop from Baringo. Now, what we know from that meeting, let alone what is written in the press, is that Gideon Moi refused to step down. And today he is supposed to present his papers at Cabinet, followed by Lalis. Now, what happens that, unfortunately, a lot of businesses associated with Gideon Moi have been denied licenses. Others have been, I don't want to say crushed, but really being put on the state ladder. He has been doing some geothermal exploration licenses cancelled and all that. So what the people of Baringo are saying, they want Gideon Moi to vie, and I can tell you, if Moi vies in Baringo, most likely he's going to win that seat. He's going to win that seat, and that is the fear the state has. But for how long can you be calling people to buy them off? Look at what they did with the Banisa. That guy was going to win that seat, but he was promised a lot of money and opportunity. It would appear